this race has been littered with some fantastic horses that have won it in the past. Via Sistina last year, Dubai Honor, obviously rated from overseas. Montefiore, Very Elegant, Adaib, another one of those. It's obviously a key lead up to the Queen Elizabeth. Clance, what's the speed looking like?
Jeez, what a cracker it was last year. I think the other import, just forgetting at the moment, looked to have it in the bag last year before Via absolutely swooped from behind. So it was a pleasure watching her go about her business. But this year, we're not quite getting that $3.30, $3.50 that we got last year. It's $1.45 and for good reason. The speed map is probably one of the more interesting parts of this race. I don't think they'll be beating Via, but if without these imports, you'd be saying, oh, well, Golden Path goes to the front again. Lindemann sits outside due to where they're both drawn. But this full count Felicia, the second Waller runner here, this was her peak rating was in a Group 1 in Canada when she went out 10 lengths ahead of the rest of the field and managed to hold on and win that Group 1. So if it was by any other trainer but Waller, I would suggest they might even try to do the same thing here. But I don't think they'll try and bring Via unstuck like that. So I'll be watching with interest, but Via Sistina looks well and truly ahead of these here, and the $1.45 looks about right, if not a touch of overs. If you're looking to play top 2 markets, then Faulkner Park was brilliant late in the Very Elegant Stakes, taking plenty of ground off the rest of the field. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him run a great race, but no bet for me.
Kind of reminds me of back in the day, the Winx days where she would just scare off her rivals. Via's not quite getting those Winx odds, $1.05, $1.06 for this one, but it seems like the same sort of setup. Trent, how are you seeing this race?
Yeah, Via's, it's pretty easy to say Via should be a very short price favourite. $1.40 is maybe, if anything, a little bit too big. I mean, she backed into $1.60 last start in the Very Elegant over a mile, and a mile was really still short of her best. But like Clint said, I think the speed map is interesting, and these 2 imports do create a little bit of something to talk about. This full count Felicia, like you said, has some big ratings, but also has some really big time figures. So that win that you referenced in the EP Taylor Stakes at Woodbine led at a very fast tempo and kept kicking. She ran a time figure into the 130s there. The rating itself at Racing Sports is 117, and she ran 115 the start prior. Via Sistina's nailed on to a run 124, 125 here. Her Cox plate was 132, so she can even go to that higher level. I thought it was interesting that the other import for William Haggas, Al Mub here, is shorter than full count Felicia. We've got time form data and Racing and Sports ratings on the both of them, and he's rated to a peak of 115. So full count Felicia, I thought, comes here in better form and has higher peak ratings and can potentially lead this field. So maybe we'll have to talk with the higher ups at Betfair and try and get a head-to-head on this little market. I think full count Felicia should be shorter than Al Mub here, but wow. Yeah, maybe just the William Haggas, Tom Marquand factor in Sydney is playing a little bit into that. But on our ratings, I would have full count Felicia shorter than that horse.
So we can make that happen. Who do you want in the head-to-head? Just say again.
I want full count Felicia in the head-to-head over Al Mub here.
Oh, here we go. All right, we'll have a chat to the guys and gals controlling the markets there, and we'll get that one in for you, Trent. It's going to be a fantastic race. Really looking forward to this, and we're going to learn about these overseas horses too, and how they'll potentially go into a Queen Elizabeth Stakes.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.